Hello, guys. All right, because I said I'd do it, I am here. I am present. I am here for the present moment. Okay. Just want to set the atmosphere. And guys, I'm doing this way because I kind of want you guys just to get the knowledge. I didn't actually do a live. This video will be recorded. I have it private, and you guys will be able to get in shortly. Well, when you see this, you'll know that I've already recorded it, pre-recorded. Let me say that. Okay, Courtney. So I'm seeing at first it was a 0, but I'm seeing a 1 now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and roll with it. I don't know what's that about. But if someone's in the live, or if you're present, could you, I guess just, this is YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it just popped up. I'm not really sure.
So it was 0 at first?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, this is a 2020 forecast for healing and creativity. And I wanted to talk with you guys just personally about my healing. As some of you guys may already know, some of you may already know that I've started a healing journey now for a while. It's been a while. Ever since I became conscious and aware, I've been working on myself, but more so doing a lot of work for other people and not really focusing on my trauma, my healing, and going into that dark place of intense to work some things out on my end. It's been about maybe about a month and a half ago, Courtney and I started a detox along with my boys at home. It was a family journey we decided to take to eating right. And when I say eating right, I'm actually meaning healthy. I didn't want to deprive myself of those things that I really desired. Now, different cravings I really kind of ignored because I understood that there was a process that I had to pretty much, train my body and to think differently. So I didn't cater to my cravings, but if I just felt like, well, this is what I need, I would get it. I didn't go cold turkey from a lot of things, but I just kind of paced myself in the journey. So I'm extremely excited to know that we are still on our detox and will be until like the last of this month. Again, have we been perfect with it? No. Have some days we've taken a fall, a slip, or fell off the bandwagon? Absolutely. But all the while, still conscious and still aware, heart still fixed on what we need to do. Exercising journey. Do we make the gym every day? Absolutely not. Is it on our heart? And do we intentionally do things to keep our bodies healthy? Yes, we do. A lot of times you guys may not see us post. That's because sometimes you just don't want to be in the limelight. It's really basically all for us anyways, but just posting would, kind of encourage other people. So that's why we post. Okay, so I want to give a shout out to all of you that are followers, all of you that have subscribed to my channel, and all of you that come in when you see that button, that ding go off, or you hear it. So I want to thank you for being present with me in my present moment. And I'd like to start by saying 2020 is going to be a year of healing. Okay, I'm going to say that again. 2020 is a year of healing. And this is Moldavite water with just the essence of, or hint of, cedar wood. Okay. So 2020 is a year of healing. And some of you may say, well, we already had our new year. Yeah, we did, according to the Catholic religion, and also, those that are responsible for changing our calendar. Okay, but as for the astrological new year, we will embark upon it on March 22nd. And this will be spring solstice. And it is a time when we are ready to start a new beginning. We will start planting intentionally. And this year is all about intentions. Okay. So because we have a wellness center, apothecary, and a botanica, Courtney and I work daily, and we see the activity of people coming in. Yes, a lot of people purchase supplies, tools, but we're getting more appointments for people that's asking to journey, go on a shamanic journey, have their Akashic records, records revealed, or the Akashic readings done. We're seeing more people wanting to be balanced. We're seeing more people want to do the navel activation. We're seeing more people that want to open their heart chakras through energy healing and their hand chakras, because the 2 and 2 go together in your creativity and your ability to manifest. So just want to catch you up to speed with my healing journey. But first, I'd like to elaborate just a little bit more on how I know that this year is a year of healing and a year of creativity. And so one of the things I was just thinking, and I was doing some research, and something caught my eye on the internet, and I did a screenshot. So it's basically saying here, Venus will shine brightly beside the crescent moon after sunset. And this was February 27th, 2020. March 30th through the 31st, 2020, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn appear close together before dawn in a pretty planetary grouping. Then March 24th, 2020 is the greatest elongation of Venus. This is the highest in the night sky Venus will get. And this will be again on March 24th, 2020. So Venus is showing out. Okay. As the author says, it's a big year for the solar system as Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, and Venus basically take front and center. Just one second. So with that being said, with us understanding what Venus represents, and so it's love, it's healing, it's restoration, but then it's also your finances. It's also your luck. It's also those things that your heart desire. But first, this will be the year that we will have to deal with our inner issues, the matters of the heart. There's going to be no way of getting past this. And I know some of you feel like, oh, yeah, but all I got to do is, honor my ancestors and do a few offerings and I should be good. Well, no, that's not what the spirit is saying. That's not what your ancestors are saying. This is all about you. If you do spiritual work, fine. If you're a healer, you heal others, that's all fine. But you're going to have to do some shadow work. You're going to have to awaken some of the things that you've placed on the backside of your brain. Those things that you never, ever want to deal with. You just say, you know what? Out of sight, out of mind. I don't have to deal with this. And I'm not going to deal with it because I'm going to act like it never happened. Well, that's not so. You're going to be forced to deal with your issues. And one of the ways is because this is all about you, I would suggest that you start in your meditation and spirit will reveal to you where to start, just as it was for Courtney and I when we landed upon the great news that, your belly button is your second brain, and it houses, and it's right here. Let me not say houses, but it's a part of your digestive system. Okay. Which is where the second brain lies. But to be honest, to me, it's the first brain, and this is our second, because this is the ruler, and this is kind of what your brain feeds off of, is your gut. So how many of you know that if you don't have a healthy gut, you can't think right? You're going to be delusional. Some of us might even hallucinate. Some of us, our body breaks down. It registers sickness. This is when the mind records it, and fear and emotions develop. But it all started in your gut. And so Source wanted us to educate ourselves. Also, it houses our chi, our life force energy. Okay. And a lot of us are dealing with constipation, digestive issues, diverticulitis, orlosis. And it's because our guts have been traumatized. Our belly button has been traumatized from the moment, again, you guys have heard this before, but from the moment that we were in this dimension and our physicians or our dads took those scissors and snipped it without allowing it to fall off on its own. Okay, the body is perfect. The body knows how to heal itself along with nature. We are nature. There's no separation for us. That's why when the placenta comes out, they have a basket with herbs in it, because the herbs will build the child's immune system, and we wouldn't even need conventional help. Okay, so that's basically just a little bit about where we're going with this. So with that being said, we immediately wanted to heal our belly buttons from the trauma, and it was very traumatic. I think I told you guys on Patreon how traumatic it was for Courtney and I, but I'm here to tell my story. And I saw some things that I did not want to see during the time of healing, and being guided by Source energy and people that Source placed in my path to help me with this healing process, because sometimes you just can't do it on your own. No matter how hard you try, you have to have somebody that has the knowing, that can see beyond what you're seeing or where you are. Sometimes you're in the forest and you can't see the trees, but there's somebody that stands outside, okay? And they see everything. And we have to honor each other in such way. Okay? So Source began to bring forth the sea moss, the bladderwrack, burdock, and all of those are playing a big role in healing our blood, cleansing our blood, stabilizing and managing weight. Okay, supports the thyroid, and again, boosting our energy, as we are energy healers and we need that extra boost. But then on today, I'm studying more, and I understand that our bodies, without the amount of minerals, a certain amount of minerals, it doesn't function properly. And a lot of people are getting diagnoses because the body does not have enough minerals. And who sits down and talks to you about these things? See, this is where meditation and you being on top of the game, or you being a person to seek knowledge and seek truth. And, in ancient teachings, and I'm not going to say just the Bible, but just ancient teachings, ancient transcript, it says, seek and ye shall find, knock and the door shall be open. So if you're desiring a thing, you're seeking, you're knocking, because your heart desires, your soul desires. Your soul know who you are, and your soul will not allow you to give up. Your soul fights for you when you don't want to be here. So with the new year, with us embarking the new year, okay, because, man has made seasons for us. And we understand that some spring solstice is all about us harvesting and planting and harvesting. So what do you see? That's when people start really planting seeds for the year, or they're blossoming, and we're at different points in our lives. So the only way we'll know what season it is for us is that we're in total alignment. And some of us will be doing planting and harvesting. But I'm going to tell you this, and this is what Spirit has really led me to talk about today, is some of us that have been skating by. We're good with Source as long as we can get the good things, as long as we're given the money, as long as we're given the car, as long as we're given the finances. But when it comes to the work, and when I talk about the work, I'm talking about the inner work of healing, okay? And going down into the underworld to retrieve your soul, to destroy or to detach ethereal cords that you've tied with other people, whether it was ex-lovers or business relationships, that's relationships that have gone bad, or whatever it is, competitive relationships. Those cords has to be disconnected. Some people say cut, but I had a dear client that said, oh no, we don't want to cut them because I heard that they can grow back. All right. So when we talk about that, we're talking about destroying or detaching. But whatever it is, it needs to go, and it needs to go from the root. Okay. Because as we vibrate higher, we are introduced to a soul family, a tribe family, and we welcome them. But we cannot go into this new year, March 22nd, which is our astrological new year. We can't go into this new year, 2020, thinking that we're going to escape with people praying, meditating, and healers doing things for you. And then all you have to do is reap the benefits and then turn around and thank God. Don't even mention your ancestors, barely. Okay. It's not going to be that way this year. This is all about you. This is about the inner work. You got to do the inner work. Yep. And you're going to get in some situations you're not going to be able to get out of. You know why? Because Spirit is demanding your attention. And it's going to be the wheel of fortune is always turning. Sometimes you're on top. Sometimes you're scrambling on the sides, trying to hold on. And then there's a person that may be at the bottom with the weight on their shoulder, thinking, when in the hell is this weight gonna lift up off of me? I need a break. But when you're in that place, you don't need to be complaining and saying when. You just need to be grateful, because my grandmother used to tell me the wind doesn't blow the same way always. So it's going to change its direction, as so the wheel will turn as well. But when you're on the bottom, or you're scrambling on the side, always be grateful, but do the work. Understand why, how, and don't look at anybody else to fault, because what you see out of your eyes is what you created within. And for the people that have been on the top, it's time for you. And I'm sure most of you have been very grateful, because the test is when you don't have, not when you have, right? And so for those of you that did not plant your seeds when you had the funds, then guess what? When the pendulum swings, from the right to the left, don't be the crybaby. But again, this is not about that. 2020 is about you healing, because Source is not going to feed you all of this and you're not serving the universe, your soul, any purpose. You got to answer your soul calling. A lot of you have to answer your soul's calling. And as long as the universe is giving you this, you're running away from your soul's calling. You're running away from your divine purpose. And this is what this year is totally about. And I'm just going to be honest with you. And I'm telling people straight off the rip, the wheel has turned. And some things you just got to really wait out. Okay. Then Spirit also says, your mouth is powerful. Some of you guys are casting spells upon other people, maybe people in your family, maybe friends, maybe coworkers, whatever it is. But you need to monitor your intentions. Okay. So you may say a thing in your mouth, out of your mouth, but where does all this stem from? It has to stem from your heart. Now, what is your heart saying? What is your heart saying? You got to listen. You got to, whatever you say, you got to be like, okay, so why do I feel this way? And even if that person has ever done a thing to you, have done bad by you, or did anything, you got to look in your heart and say, this is affecting me more than it's affecting that person, because I'm taking myself through a living hell by being angry, having angry hangovers. After a while, all of this affects your resources. Now your resources are under attack. But Spirit is revealing the true you. This year, you cannot run from yourself. And that's the toughest thing. See, you could break up with the boyfriend, you could break up with the girlfriend, but you can't break up with you. You got to stay. You got to stay and work out the kinks with yourself. And yeah, some people say, well, so committed suicide. They broke off with themselves, but guess what? So got to come back through, and will continually come back through until he or she reconciles. And that's just the way it is. Okay. So basically with my healing, I am doing quite well. I'm doing the regimen. I told you guys the rose tea, the sea moss, and I have to shout out the celebrity chef, Tara Ogletree. And most of you know her. She's on Facebook. She's a very kind soul, but she's extremely busy. So if you must put in an order, you'll have to do it ASAP, and just be patient enough to wait, because there is a gestation period, and there is a time that it takes the alchemist to prepare. So with you rushing it, you don't need to put that worry, rushing energy on her. Allow her to do what she does. Spirit moves through her just like it does you, and you'll get it just in time. So the sea moss it's loaded with minerals. Okay, so I can just pull up a few things that the sea moss is good for. Just 1 second. And you could actually use it, put it in your tea. You can make a smoothie. Okay. Yes, so it says sea moss relieves anemia. And it says when the oxygen circulated in your body becomes very low, it results in low hemoglobin levels and decrease the red blood cells. It gives you a source of energy, treats thyroid disorders, relieves respiratory problems. It boosts your mental health, promotes recovery, improves your skin and your health, builds the immune system, and helps with your emotional health. So people that are battling like different types of mood swings, it definitely helps. It also helps with the digestive system. It heals the gut, okay? The brain. And listen to this. Sea moss and bladderwrack, so that's another one I'm taking now, contain 92 minerals of the 102 minerals that the human body consists of, such as zinc, iodine, iron, potassium, B complex vitamins, sodium, sulfur, silicone, and iron. And I didn't see copper, but may have copper. But if you need copper, I know nettle stinging nettle herb has that as well. So we got to get back to aiding our bodies with the right minerals so that we can be strong, we can be more healthier. And this is the year to do so, because what is it for you to be spiritually inclined? Your body is out of whack. You're taking not birth control, blood pressure medicine, and on the verge of a heart attack. You're not exercising. You use only the 5% of your brain. You're not doing anything to improve that. All you can do is give a good card reading, and your whole temple is falling apart, very shabby. And the spirit does not agree with that. So that's conflict. And you are not enlightened because your gut is sick, and that houses your life force energy, and it houses, the enlightened area. So that's why when you see the Buddha, like Courtney said, he has a very large stomach, and this was not something that I think he had in this life, but that's how they display his knowledge, his abundance, his wisdom, by showing his belly, his gut healthy. Okay, so you can't grasp it in the spirit, so they give you something natural to look at. And this is what a lot of people are being ignorant, because they're saying, oh, the Buddha was, a very wise man. He was really fat, and it's right here. But see, it's going right over your head. So don't listen to what people tell you about the Buddha. You got to study. You got to study and learn of this by yourself. It's a self journey. Yes, we can sit down and talk about a lot of things, but it stems and it comes to the bottom of what you know, not what we can sit and talk about or what we can agree upon, but what are you housing? What knowledge are you housing? See, people could take everything you got today, but they can't take your wisdom and your knowledge and your understanding about this life. So everything that they took with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you can get back. But if you don't have that and they take everything from you, you're going to terminate your life, terminate your journey. I mean, it's and so that's what we need to understand. To be enlightened is to heal the body from the inside out. And we're needing to heal our bodies. Our bodies are saying it's time now. It's time for divine alignment. Some of you have it, well, not some of you, but all of us have everything we need in this dimension. We have it in our vortex. I promise you we do. But unless we align ourselves, we'll just be giving portions out. Oh, you're vibrating higher, you got that. But then over that comes this big thing. So you vibrate a little bit higher and you'll get that. But so it's like you're going in stages and steps. But when you're enlightened, it's like the keys to everything you need is in your hands. All you got to do is unlock treasures, or just allow it to flow. You're standing there and everything is coming to you. Right? So it's time for us to heal the gut. It's time for us to get castor oil. Get a bottle of castor oil and just put 2 or 3 drops in our stomach and our belly buttons. Go out maybe 1 inch outside of your navel and massage. Do a massage and just begin to speak healing over your body. Now, there are clients that'll come in for navel activation, a navel healing, and we will use our tool for the navel healing. We will, do the service for you, and we will tell you how to move forward daily to keep your healing going and the things that you'll need to do to continue. Okay. So a lot of us, we're very gifted. We're able to tap into a lot of different things. Our creativity is seemingly on point because we're able to create our own little whatever we're doing, and we're able to get it out there. People buy the product, but at the end of the day, what kind of intentions are you working with? Yeah, I'm going to make this soap, but I intend to sell all of them. Yeah, okay, so you're just selling products. But behind that, are you saying, I'm making this product because I need to heal, But while I'm healing, I'm wanting everybody around me to heal. And as long as we're in this dimension, we will be healing, because every day there will be contrast, and there will be things that remind us of things that we've so journeyed away from. But there's something that's going to always try to take you back. But when you know that you know that you know, okay, when you have knowledge and understanding, you'll look at that thing and say, you know what, this looks just like that, but in a different form. And I will not pull myself into that again. I'm too smart for it. So, the ability to recognize. There was a time when you couldn't see. You just fell into stuff. But now you have the knowing. So you know what you're getting yourself into, but it's your choices that's going to hurt you. And sometimes our choices affect other people around us. So even be mindful in your choices. It's important that we start healing now. Take it one day at a time. There is no rush. There is no rush. And it feels good to heal. But I'm going to tell you, it is not easy. It's not easy, because you're going to have to show up every day for yourself. You're going to have to tell yourself every day, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. And you're going to have to literally go back, and your soul will help you remember things that you went through. And sometimes it's painful. You might even cry, but you just work right on through it and just say, you know what? I want to deal with it right where it started. And you go into your meditation and you ask Source with intentions. See, intentions. Everything should be done with intention. Source, what is it? Or where did this stem from? So when you begin to do that, you'll see that Source will reveal those things to you. Otherwise, you're going to be going all the way around, repeating cycles that you do not have to repeat. You got to show up for yourself. You got to be determined. You got to say, yes, I deserve it. And you have to know your worth. If you don't know your worth, it's going to be damn near impossible. When you know your worth, you say, yes, I'm going to show up for myself. I can do this. I'm not going to quit no matter how hard it gets. I'm going to press through it. Those days of depression, you'll put your meditation on, lay in your bed, cry, sniff, breathe, breathe, breathe. Get your castor oil, go in your stomach, and just rub and just say, you know what? I embrace the contrast. Tomorrow, will be a better day, but my now is great. Tomorrow is an illusion. You know that. When you get there tomorrow, you'll still be in your present moment. But just be like, I am grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Sometimes when I'm going through really, really, really big contrast and it doesn't feel good, yeah, sometimes you may see tears fall, but I'm going to always say I'm truly grateful, because now I get a chance to see me again. And I'm not blaming anything outside of myself. This is me. I take the blame. I take the blame, ancestors. Now, what are you trying to show me? Because I damn sure want to get it, because I don't want to have to go back through this cycle. The cycle will present itself as long as you ignore it or you deny to see yourself. You deny yourself, deny seeing yourself, and want to place the blame on someone else. But the moment that you say, the contrast is here because there's a lesson for me, then and only then will Source be like, okay, she's ready. And now the teacher appears. Okay, so my healing is going along really well. Source has allowed me to dive into some more knowledge. It's kind of like the rabbit hole. When you get there, it's like there's more to go. So I'm picking up on books that I've had for years. And Source is making me go back through them with fine-tooth combs because I literally missed it. Source is having me to understand that sickness starts in the light body. Okay, so it can just simply attach itself to you in many circumstances. Energy transfer or genetics. But you can change that. I just want you to know you can definitely change that. But it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take you, like I ask you guys, okay, give me your donations. It's this amount and take the class. Classes are very affordable. Okay. But you got to, if I put energy out there, you got to reciprocate it. I'm big on that because all the knowledge that I've gotten outside of Source, I've had to pay someone for it and I didn't mind it because it was helping me. Never for one time did I ever think second thoughts about paying for what I need. I don't try to talk the teacher down out of their prices for their books nor their lectures. I'm there for it, no matter how much I have to pay, because I do not want to go through that thing. I want to be ahead. When Source says go there, go. Don't play around, ignore Source, and then you're stuck. And I hope somebody caught that in the spirit, because if not, literally, you'll be thinking I'm saying something crazy. Okay? So in other words, if I tell you there's a whole, I just came from 85 South, don't go that way. There's a big old hole crater in the middle of the road. And some of you say, well, I just learned for myself. And others say, oh, it is? Let me put my GPS so I can go around it. That's the wise man. But the one that says, oh, I like to learn shit on my own. I'm going to go down there and see. And then you go in and your car falls in the hole. See, sometimes you don't have to learn it that way. You don't have to get it that way. But I honor all my teachers, my mentors, but I'm going to be totally honest with you. The information that I got from healing, it was opened up to me when I paid attention to the true trauma, where it started. And I began to embrace, and everything that I've learned thus far in meditation, Source gives me. And I tell Courtney, pull this up. I just heard Source say this. Pull this up. I heard Source say this. And then that's what leads me to either a book or a video. And then I go in meditation. Source, which part of this should I use? And which part of this should I elaborate on? And which part of this? And Source said, yes, that part, not that part, this part, that part. And you just don't even understand how amazing it has been. And it's going to still be. Okay, so I am doing tremendous. You know, I may look crazy, you know, without my eyelashes or whatever, but and I don't look crazy. I think I'm beautiful, but I just wanted to say I feel great. My energy is up. My mental clarity is good. Monatomic Gold, guys. Ashwagandha tea. I have some here. For those of you that are locals, come on in, guys. If you got negativity around you, you can't seem to pull yourself up, come and get you an Egg Olympia. Let's see what's going on with you. So it's so much stuff that we can help you guys with. Come in, come in, come in, come in. Don't just, I'm not going to say this over YouTube. Everything's monitored. But please, guys, pay attention to your inner teacher, your intuition, your gut feeling, because your gut is not going to steer you wrong. I promise you. That premonition, that intuition, all of that means something. That's your soul screaming out, saying, pay attention. I want you, I want to save you. But your soul is you. That's you. Okay. So, yeah, just wanted to let you guys know, you know, herbs, it's time to get with it. It's time to heal. Inbox me, hit me up on Facebook, on Instagram. I'm on all of them. I'm there. YouTube, comment below, subscribe, turn on your alert bell so you'll know I'm going live. What else? Like, thumbs up. Okay, so it's been real. I got a client. So the next live I'll do will be with you guys on Patreon, my Patreon family, and we'll be doing a lot before my class. So guys, go ahead and put your donations in for the naval activation class, the naval healing class, so you can know exactly who you are and how divine, and understand your light body, okay, and so much more about yourself you never knew. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys.